So I'm very pleased now to welcome our new sheriff to the board meeting, Sheriff Robert Luna. As you all know, or may not, Sheriff Luna does come from my district. He was the former chief of police in Long Beach. And at his swearing-in ceremony on Saturday, we heard directly from Mayor Garcia about how he led the Long Beach Police Department from a place grounded in collaboration, respect, and transparency, which are all qualities that I know I'm looking forward to seeing in our Sheriff's Department. Mayor Garcia, now Congress member-elect Garcia, turned to each of us and he said something to the effect of, we're meaning Long Beach, are giving you, our best and brightest. And I whispered it, but apparently an LA Times reporter picked it up. I said, we'll take him. I do know that he has spoken of really coming into this department leading with integrity, with passion, with honesty, and transparency. And I will say, Sheriff Luna, that in terms of transparency, we all received an email just a few hours ago that Sheriff Luna has officially restored the Office of Inspector General's access to the Sheriff's Department's facilities, databases, and personnel. And I think that's a step in the right direction. And I appreciate that this is the first thing that we've seen collectively that you've done after assuming your office. And I do think it immediately shows your commitment to collaboration and accountability. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, but I know for myself, I really look forward to treating you as a partner as we, really work together on the issues facing our district. And I will say, just in my district, I know our sheriff's deputies, the rank and file, are very much appreciated. I know in my cities, all of our captains and commanding officers work really well with our community, and we know you're going to uphold that. We're going to let you say a few words, but colleagues, do you want to say a few, or do you want to let the sheriff say a few words, and then we can ask questions or whether? Okay, Sheriff Luna, you have the floor.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you, Madam Chair, members of the supervisors. This is my first time in front of all of you officially. I can't tell you how humbled I am to be here in front of you. I said Saturday that the voters have a clear mandate for me as I campaign through this county, and they are demanding new leadership and accountability, and that's exactly what I'm going to provide. As I've been going through this, our department, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, your Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, I have met amazing men and women, very devoted to our community. And that's what I heard over and over as I was going from one end of the county to the other, is how much people respect our employees, both sworn and professional staff. I am so looking forward to working with each and every one of you. And it's through collaboration that we're going to get so many things done. We are a department, and I mentioned it, with not only good people, but people who want to give their best. And one of my many moves that my transition team has identified and we're moving forward with, and this is just one example, is hiring back a CFO. And it's somebody who a lot of people in the county family recognize, and that was missing. To do a forensic analysis of our budget, our staffing, our management approach. And that's just the beginning of many things that we'll be looking at. But in order to be successful, we have to partner not only with all of you, but everybody in the county family. And we have thus far. The transition team, as we're talking to, whether it's people in the CEO's office, county human resources, county council, You have all been amazing, very welcoming, and I just see a desire and a want to have a partnership, collaborative effort, and I can't wait to see where we go together. So I sit before you as your partner and looking forward to seeing what we're going to accomplish together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sheriff. Colleagues, would you like to say a few words? Supervisor Mitchell. So is nobody, wait, so nobody's like pressing requests this time? You can, oh, there.
Madam Chair, thank you very much. Sheriff Luna, thank you for your words today. And I think it's important that you understand that all of us are clear that you are duly elected. And there's never a question in any of our minds. None of us ran for sheriff. We ran for board, and these are pretty overwhelming jobs. We're going to do our part, and we are looking for a partner in the Sheriff's Department to do his or her part. So we appreciate you, your words, you coming here. We look forward to an ongoing, appropriately collaborative relationship. I appreciate the time you afforded me over the last several months to really get to know each other and to really talk substantively about the experience of the constituents I work hard every day to represent with our Sheriff's Department. People who take your mission statement to protect and serve all fairly and equitably very seriously. So I appreciate the conversations we've had, and I, along with the constituents I represent, look forward to a different kind of experience with not only their duly elected sheriff, but with those within your charge. So thank you for your actions that you've taken already today. I think that sends a strong signal of how you intend to lead, and I welcome you to the Board of Supervisors. Thank you.
Supervisor Horvath.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Welcome, Sheriff Luna. Thank you for running. Thank you for stepping up and offering a different direction. I had the pleasure of getting to know you during this election cycle, and also getting to know your wife, your daughter, your whole family, which helps when you're trying to build a relationship, a working relationship, to really understand who someone is. And it takes everyone's family to support you on this journey. So it was a wonderful gift to get to know them as getting to know you. Hearing your prioritization, in particular, making sure that we lead with services and care for our unhoused, making sure that we are not putting our unhoused people in jail simply for being impoverished, is something that's very important to me, and I enjoyed hearing you talk about that on the campaign trail, because that is an issue that I know is top of mind for so many people throughout this county. And so your partnership working with services to make sure that people are being served by the county is important. I know there will be lots of changes ahead. I'm glad to hear what some of them already are. I look forward to our conversations and continuing the work that we will do to restore public trust where it has been broken, to address issues of liability in our cities that are of great concern, especially in contract cities, and figuring out how we can work on those issues. But most importantly, seeing how your vision for a law enforcement body will be different for LA County, and what those changes will look like rolling out in the future. Thank you for coming to LA County, and look forward to working with you more.
Thank you. Supervisor Barger.
Thank you, and welcome. I don't think I've stopped smiling since Saturday. I think that Saturday's program with your family spoke volumes to the man that you are. You're a man who's from the community, a man of faith, but also recognizes that public safety is vital in our community. And you've heard the words integrity, accountability, and collaboration. Supervisor Mitchell's absolutely right. We did not run for sheriff, nor do I think any of us would be capable of being a sheriff, okay? It's about collaboration. And I know that it's also about working together to reestablish the public trust. And that's something that we're going to work together to rebuild. We have great men and women working in the Sheriff's Department who deserve a department that they can be proud of and who deserve to feel supported. And I will speak for myself. I am here to work with you to make sure that they know that they are supported. I appreciate the urgency for which you are working to reestablish the essential values of the department, beginning with the inspector. I think it's important to collaborate and work and be transparent. And I'm committed to ensuring that our law enforcement personnel have the support and resources necessary to protect our communities. I'm sure you know that, I recently allocated funding for the illegal cannabis grows in the Antelope Valley and used discretionary funds to increase services rendered by our sheriff's homeless outreach teams, specifically in the 5th District, because I value the relationship and the collaboration, especially amongst the host teams who truly are amazing men and women who volunteer to go and do homeless outreach because they recognize that it's not about arrests, it's about getting services and helping those that are most vulnerable on our streets. And then today, I'm going to be announcing that I'm going to once again provide $1 million for discretionary funding to boost law enforcement services in the unincorporated areas in my district, as I did last year, through January of 2023, because as we enter the busiest shopping season of the year, we know that there is increased criminal activity, and I think it's important for our constituents to feel safe, especially I know up in the Santa Clarita Valley was hit very hard at the malls. And so we are going to be working together collaboratively to provide you with the resources so you can hit the ground running. I want you to know that you have a partner, I think, in the entire board. We are here to work with you. And, I laughed when someone said, is it really about rubber stamping? Because that seems to be a common thread that people are saying, a narrative that they the board wanted a sheriff that's going to rubber stamp. Nothing could be further from the truth. As a matter of fact, I think we would all argue, even our own department heads, we don't want them to rubber stamp. That's not what we want. We want someone who's going to work with us to make this county better as a partner. So welcome aboard. I look forward to working with you. I know my captains also are excited. And anytime you need me to go out and visit the stations, I'm ready, willing, and available. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Barger. Supervisor Solis.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Sheriff Luna, Sheriff Robert Luna, welcome. And I also have something to share in common, Supervisor Hahn, Chairwoman. Robert has extensively told us about and shared his upbringing in East Los Angeles, and the fact that he actually came to his career and profession by exposure in East LA, having to deal with the sheriff at that time. And as a child growing up, he said, well, I wanted to be the sheriff. And others wanted to take on another role. Well, he fulfilled that commitment, only he landed in Long Beach. And we're lucky to have him come here to our county, because he was in retirement. He already had, how many, 36 years behind him, under his belt. So why did he want to come here? Because I think he has a vision, and he saw what was happening here in Los Angeles County. And I do believe that he has the qualifications to get the job done. And what's really amazing for me is that of all the candidates that ran, every single one of them, with the exception of one, all went behind you and supported you. And that, I don't think, has ever happened. I've never seen that happen. So I wanna say to you that that means a lot. And I think your personality and your character and your values are showing themselves to the entire county. And this county has been rocked. Let's be clear about that. It has really been rocked by what has happened with the Sheriff's Department. And now you're going to be tasked with helping us to heal and helping us to find our right sea legs here so that we can do the right thing and lead. And I know you're going to do that. I know you're going to bring in capable people that are sensitive, but also caring, and know that nobody's above the law. which is really critical. And I know that you had an opportunity to meet with many people in my district, especially those families that were, for lack of a better word, just so fed up with being harassed. And, regardless of why, those things have to change. And you said that in your speech when you were sworn in about respect and dignity for our community, regardless of who you are. And I think that will demonstrate to many people where your values are. And I've seen you interact with seniors, with young people, with people that may not even come to these meetings, but you had a chance and opportunity to meet them. And I know that it was very convincing to many because you won by a very good margin. And I want to congratulate you for that. And look forward, and I'm happy too that you sent that letter to us today. Right off the top, you get it. You get and understand that it isn't just our role to tell you what to do, but the people are speaking, and they're empowering us. That's why some of us just got reelected and elected to help work with you. So I look forward to being a partner with you and your team, and hopefully also looking at how we can make those changes that are much needed in my area and in other parts of the county. So congratulations, and thank you to your family for them allowing you to do what you do, because it takes a lot. When you run a campaign and you're out there, the stress is just unbelievable. And I know you know that, and we respect you for that and your family. So muchas gracias, and look forward to working with you. Thank you, Sheriff Luna.
Thank you. And I want to just add that I really was happy that you included some of the recruits from the recruit class 464 in your swearing-in ceremony. I thought that was important. As we all knew, that was such a terrible morning for that recruit class. I myself went out immediately as soon as I heard to go to the training facility, and then walked on that very street where it had happened just so I could understand the severity of what had happened. And thanks to our firefighters that were right in that station that responded so quickly, as well as sheriff's deputies who also responded quickly, as well as the recruits who began working to help their fellow recruits. So just wanted to take a moment to send our best to the entire recruit class. I'm sure the trauma that they experienced running alongside those who ended up being severely injured will last for a while. And I know the county stands ready to help in any way possible with trauma-related help and support. And I know that there are still, I believe, are there three recruits still in the hospital?
Yes, there are still 3. I happened to go visit one that's the most critical. And for those of you who believe in prayer, I promised his mother, as I prayed with her and his father yesterday, that I would pass that on because he does need our prayer at this point. He's in very critical condition, but based on seeing and speaking to his parents, I know why he's such a big fighter, and he's fighting now because his parents are as well.
Thank you. And I know personally I am a woman of faith, and I will definitely put them on my prayer list. The sheriff's station in Norwalk, the day before Thanksgiving, put on a fundraiser to raise money for the support of the families. I do know, I think you stopped by, I stopped by as well. I think we missed each other, but I was absolutely amazed at the support that came out that day. And I believe that, and I believe it was support for that recruit class, but I also think it was a show of support for the entire department and for our law enforcement officers as first responders. And I do know that there certainly needs to be changes made and reform made, and Supervisor Mitchell made it very aware at a couple of meetings ago where she highlighted and held just in one meeting the amount of money that we were spending to settle lawsuits as it related to some questionable behavior by some deputies. So there's that, but I also don't want to miss the fact that there is support for your department. There is support for those who wear the tan and green. And I think together you can bring about the changes and reform needed while certainly making sure that our deputies are there in our communities helping to stop crime. So thank you very much, Sheriff Luna. We wish you all the best. This is the nicest we're ever going to be. Thank you very much.